Well, check it out, y'all. We got what you need. We're all living in apartments, condos, vans. Well, dude, even you can have a studio in a box. Yes, we can help you with that right here at Blind Knowledge. We work on your budget, and we figure out your measurements. We'll get you the best sound for the best price. Let me know, 877-237-1143 or at blindknowledge.com. Yep.
Spectres all around me, living in stark, blazing the dark. One by one, pictures gather round me. Where those moonflowers used to rust no more. Spectres gather round here, living in stark, blazing the dark. Night by night, stare into the black where moonflowers used to grow.
Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting special episode of Paranormal: The New Normal. Yeah, that's right, another week and another one-on-one bracket. And this one, I have been looking forward to for some time, because I've wanted to touch this one for so long. It's literally been like 7 months since I made it, and now I finally get to run it with somebody, and it's going to be a fun one, I guarantee you that. But let me introduce my guest first, then I'll get to the bracket we're doing. My guest tonight is also a first-timer on this show, so always a lot of first-timing tonight. I feel like I'm in high school again. And my guest tonight, he is the host of the Group Therapy Podcast. He goes by the moniker Captain Cartoon. But welcome the Captain, Paul Lee, to the show, everybody. Glad to have him on tonight.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you all for inviting me. I appreciate it. It's gonna be fun.
And what's going on, Lonnie? Thank you for watching as always, buddy. Glad to. I think you'll like this bracket, Lonnie. I think you will. But this seems like your kind of topic. It goes with the greenery. But then that's right, folks. The topic we are doing tonight is the top 40 TV aliens living among humans bracket. So which is perfect for a Captain Cartoon, because lots of cartoons in this, as well as some live action shows as well, but a lot of cartoons in this. So we gotta love it. And I mean, of course, there's gonna be a lot of the sci-fi shows on as well here. So good mix of everything, and we're gonna have some fun with it and just see how it goes. And let's jump right into it, because you know what?
All right, let's go.
This first matchup, and that's, as I always say, I did not make these matchups. They are generated by where they were in the rankings. So I hate this first matchup already with a passion. From when I looked at it earlier today, the first time in months, and I was like, oh, fuck me. Why? But the first matchup is the lowest ranked aliens on this bracket. Number 40, the Mooninites from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And they are going against number 20 ranked Nibbler from Futurama.
Oh, jeez.
You see why I hate this first matchup.
Yeah. As much as I love Futurama, I tend to forget Nibbler's even there, even though he's Frank Welker. And the Moon Knights, I do like Aqua Teen, but I'm gonna have to say Nibbler just for the sake that he's voiced by Frank Megatron Welker. Freddie Welker. Yeah. That's going to be my answer for that one, because I do love Futurama more than Aqua Teen, so we'll go with that. It's going to be Nibbler.
I mean, how can you not go with the alien that fools humans into thinking he's just an adorable house pet when really he's a intelligent species that has saved the Earth on numerous occasions? I mean, the Moon Knights are freaking classic, and they're only in a couple episodes of Aqua Teen, but they're one of the most comical villains in that show, and they're freaking hilarious, and I love them.
I almost gave it to them just because of that really bad marketing scheme that the Cartoon Network had, where they put the Mooninites on all the lights all over. What was it, like Portland, Oregon, or something like that?
Yeah, Portland.
But yeah. But no, I have to say Nibbler, because, like I said, you can't go wrong with Nibbler. So
you really can't. I mean, Nibbler's classic for the last 25 years of my life. I've been I love the episodes where he actually talks. Like,
yes, because he's got that deep voice. And he's like,
I never knew that was the voice of Megatron either. So that's freaking awesome. I love that.
yeah. Frank
But
Welker does the voice of like everything. So yeah,
the Great Gazoo. I don't know if he's on this, Lonnie. He might be.
could be.
Actually, I would. He should be. If he's not, I might have to
should.
fucking add him at some point. But
Yeah.
I'll look into that. But to face Nibbler in the next round, you're gonna have to choose between two. Well, actually, two live action shows, I believe. I'm not positive about the one, but it's number 39 ranked. And folks, I may butcher some of these names. Just saying, they're alien names. I may butcher some of them, but it's number 39, Danon from Earth: Final Conflict, going against number 19, Anna from V.
I'm gonna have to go with Anna from V because one has Marina Baccarin and she's like smoking hot, and and Earth Final Conflict. I think I only watched that a handful of times, so we're gonna have to go with Anna from V. To be honest, if the answers if the question is going to be V versus anything else, it's probably going to be V because I even like the reboot, so I can't say nothing there. And that's a great Aliens Among Humans. So
Yeah, I mean, I never even heard of Earth Final Conflict, so I mean, I can't say anything about that show. But
isn't Earth Final Conflict? Isn't that a Gene Roddenberry show too? Because I think it came out
sounds
around
like
the
it would
same
be.
time as Andromeda, I believe. It was in syndication. I the only reason I watched it because it was on because I had a job where I could watch TV and it was on. So
It was Gene Roddenberry created by. Yeah, okay. Oh, apparently it's on Tubi if anybody wants to watch it. But
there we go. Now I'll go back and rewatch it and be like, oh, okay, still V.
yeah, I mean V, the original show about reptilians. Who the hell doesn't love that? So, but well, that means you're going for your second round matchup is going to be interesting there. But we'll get to that in a bit. The next matchup, and I promise I'm going to butcher this first name, maybe both these, but the first name especially, because it's another live-action matchup. It's number 38. Oh, God. Sikozu Zvala Shanti Sugasu Shanu from Farscape. I might butcher that name horribly, just saying. But, S5, I guess. And they are going against number 18, Jadzia Dox from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Dang. Okay. I think she shortens her name down to like Chani, or something like that. But I'm going to go. Terry Farrell. I like Terry Farrell, but I am more of a Farscape fan than I am a DS9 fan. So I'm gonna go with the DS9. I'm not the DS9, the Farscape over the DS9. So, and now I have to go and don the glasses and look that one up because that one's going to bother me, so I can see who that is. Because I'm over the years I've met almost everybody from Farscape, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do a lot of. They do a lot. If I'm not mistaken, they do a lot of cons.
Yeah, well, they used to like the main cast doesn't do much. Yeah. So Claudia Black, yeah, okay, yeah, she's or no, okay. So Gigi Edgley, yeah, yep. I'm gonna go with That's my final answer.
All right.
It's like was it How to Be do you want to be a millionaire? That's my final answer.
So Farscape gets the win.
Farscape gets the win there.
I have a feeling a lot of Trekkies are going to be getting pissed off tonight. I just have a feeling, but we'll see. Yeah. There's a lot of Star Trek characters in here, so we'll definitely be.
If you start getting into this, I absolutely love Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks right now. Those are two of my favorite shows on TV. So.
Strange New World, I can't say, and apparently Lonnie agrees with you. Farscape's definitely the pick. But
there we go. Yep.
Well, that means that this one from Farscape, I'm not pronouncing again, is going to be facing either number 37, The Silence, and didn't write what show that's from. I want to say Doctor Who, but I could be wrong.
Doctor Who.
Okay, I thought so. And it's because I am a Whovian, but it's going against a hard one. Number 17 ranked Worf from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Worf. Worf is one of the best. What was it? My son puts it. He's the biggest of the badasses, but yet he gets his ass kicked and everything. So you gotta love Worf. And Michael Dorn's a cool guy. I've only met him once, but yeah, he was cool when I met him. So
Yeah, I saw him on some TV show doing a guest thing, and it was hilarious. But I forget what it was. Well, we're gonna have Star Trek vs. Farscape in round 2, and that's gonna be interesting. Well, Star Trek TNG, I should say. I mean, because TNG is way more loved than Deep Space Nine ever was. So
yeah.
But that means, speaking of Deep Space Nine, so the next matchup, you have number 36. Related to the original other Deep Space Nine character, apparently. Ezri Dox from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, going against a non-space show, number 16, Isabel Evans from Roswell.
Well, I would go with the other Dax because I have never watched Roswell, so I could not tell you on that one at all.
It depends.
I can't say I never watched it. I watched like the first handful of episodes and I couldn't get into it.
She was on the. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, she was on the original. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I never watched the original. I watched the reboot that CW did. That was actually pretty good. Very good. Interesting storylines.
Yeah, it wasn't a show that I got into because I was watching all those other teen supernatural dramas at that time. So I was watching Angel and Buffy, and Roswell fell along the way.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason it didn't last long. But I mean, I only watched the reboot because paranormal podcaster, and I had to watch it.
Oh yeah.
And some big actors and actresses in the reboot, so definitely a fun watch, but. And a sexy watch in some of those episodes. Ooh, it's CW. They do things right. But that means Deep Space Nine is going to be facing either number 35, Uncle Martin from My Favorite Martian, or number 15, 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager.
Geez. I love Uncle Martin from the TV series, not so much the movie. But she is 7 of 9 is stupid hot, and then she's also great in Picard.
Wasn't Uncle Martin in the movie Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm more of a was it Ray Wise? Not Ray Wise. God dang it! It was Bill Bixby and I drawing a blank. God. As my phone doesn't work.
Tim O'Hara.
Yeah. And
that was Bill Bixby character, yeah.
Yeah.
Ray Walston. Ray Walston.
Yes, Ray Walston. Geez. I love this show, but let's go 7 of 9. Let's just go 7 of 9. Because I can still go back and rewatch some Voyager and some Picard, and I have not sat down and watched My Favorite Martian in 20 some years. So
yeah, the TV show My Favorite Martian is way before my time, but the movie I think I saw once or twice when I was a kid, but I never actually sat and watched the old ass TV show. But
I watched the old ass TV show in the summer because it was when I was a kid. It was on in the afternoons.
Good old syndication.
Yep, good old syndication. That's right.
That's how I watched a lot of shows on Nick at Night back in the day. But that means it will be a Trekkie nightmare matchup in the next round. But that means we actually have a couple matchups here that have no Star Trek characters in them, so that's going to be a nice change of pace. And similar show, but it's number 34. TLC from Stargate SG-1, or number 14, Dick Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh God, Dick Solomon. Dick Solomon, easy peasy, because John Lithgow was great in that as Dick Solomon, and actually all four of them, Tom, Dick, Harry, and Sally.
Yeah, I mean, Third Rock from the Sun. Third Rock from the Sun was a hilarious show, and
I still funny.
John Lithgow's amazing in any sitcom he's in. John Lithgow's amazing, so always.
I like Teal.
Well,
I do love Stargate SG-1. Christopher Judge is great, but John Lithgow, hands down, easy peasy.
all right. Well, for this next matchup, we have another comedy versus drama matchup, and it's number 33 ranked Beldar Conehead from Saturday Night Live fame, and of course the Coneheads fame, and going against number 13 Aaron Sun from Farscape.
Oh God damn! I have the biggest crush on Claudia Black, so we're gonna go with her. As much as I love Dan Aykroyd, I'm yet again going Farscape. I absolutely love Farscape. Coneheads is the movie wasn't very good. The Saturday Night Live bits were funny, but I think there's just more to the Farscape. So I'm going to go with. Yep.
My dad was the biggest SNL fan, so I grew up watching the Coneheads movie and like constantly, and I freaking love Chris Farley in that movie. Love him.
He is great in that movie, but
yeah, Dan Aykroyd's character is like when he's on screen by himself or with his wife, it's kind of like get to the scene with the daughters and Chris Farley. Come on, that's what I want to see. But
he's funny, but I'm like I said, I'm more Farscape. I love me some Farscape, and Claudia Black is I like her a lot.
Well, for your next matchup, you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
It's a drama show versus a animated show.
Okay.
And number 32 ranked Elim Garak from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, going against number 12, Roger from American Dad.
I'm gonna have to go Roger from American Dad just because my son loves Family Guy, and it's completely inappropriate for him to watch. But yes, I'm gonna go with Family Guy or American Dad, Roger. Yeah, because if I remember right, he's the isn't he the in the Cardassian? If I remember right, on Star Trek.
I am not 100% sure. Star Trek, I've only seen like the original series, and I've watched like some of the newer stuff, but I've never seen like a lot of the spin-offs.
I've consumed it all, but I'm an old man, so I get to do that.
A lot of it was before my time, and my dad was not really a Star Trek fan, really. He was more of a Star Wars fan, so I fell in that fan base. And Amanda agreed with you and said Roger from American Dad, of course, because I mean, if you didn't pick Roger from American Dad, I might have had to cry, but I might have had to, because Roger is one of the best characters ever. When he puts on that Kevin Bacon nose and does the footloose dance in the middle of the street, freaking every time I see it, I die laughing. So, and I brought it up on so many podcasts before when they're talking about Kevin Bacon. So, well, your next matchup, once again, this is gonna be a tough one, and it might make for a really tough second round matchup if it goes the way I think it might. But it's number 31 ranked Diana from V.
Okay.
Versus number 11. The infamous Alf.
Oh, god dang. I like Alf, but I love V. So Diana. It's going to be Diana. So.
He eats cats. Come on.
I like Alf, but man, like I said, I love V, and I can't. This goes to you talk about Star Wars and Star Trek. I love Star Wars. I like Star Trek. That's where we're at. I love that. I like.
We're
Alf.
the same.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, we're the same. We're the same with Star Wars and Star Trek. Okay. I'd rather watch Alf than V personally, because I like a good old fashioned sitcom like that, and Alf was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, but V caught me at the right time because I watched that when it came out on TV, and I was 10, I think, when that dropped, and it caught me right at the right time. And man, when she takes that guinea pig and like swallows it and her neck swells up, and the makeup wasn't great, but it looked cool when you're, 10 years old in the 80s when they peel their faces off. And yet again, 10-year-old Paul had a huge crush on Diana, so I can't say nothing.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I did have a crush on my daughter on Alf though when I was the same age, so that doesn't.
I can see. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
And Amanda would have went with Alf as well, but
Yeah.
I think a majority of people would have got one with Alf just because it's Alf. But
Yeah.
I mean, but he's only ranked number 11. He's not even in the top 10. So
Nope.
let's just see where that goes.
Okay.
Oh, and actually, Lonnie, if you're still watching, you'll be happy in a few matchups. Just saying. But the next matchup, and why is it the first matchups on both sides of these I freaking hate? But it's number 30, the Master from Doctor Who.
Okay.
And just for all Doctor Who characters, we are not giving particular actors. It's just the character overall. But because there's too many choices in some of these. But and going against number 10, Zoidberg from Futurama.
Zoidberg, it depends on what. See, that's a tough one because it depends on which version of the Master. Does that count Missy? Does that, because Missy's a Master, but she goes by Missy. Does that count? I don't know, but there's so many bad versions of the Master out there, but there's only one good Zoidberg. So we're going with Zoidberg. As much as I mean,
I would be conflicted in that as very much so, because I mean, if we're talking OG Master from like Christopher Hartnett, like first Doctor Who incarnation, like, or I think I butchered that name, but I love the first, second, third Doctor, and like the Master that they all faced was an amazing actor. So
yeah, he was really good. I'm a fourth Doctor guy. I love Tom Baker. That's the one I grew up on. So
he's too hippie-ish for me in a way. Like,
see, I don't want to. How old are you?
35.
35. I'm gonna be 50. But
so you were alive for almost all of Doctor Who's existence except for 10 years of it. So,
and I watched it on PBS late night, on BBC, on PBS on Saturdays. I've watched Doctor Who, Avengers, and the other one was a mix, so it would show like Blake 7 and like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and stuff like that. But yeah, the first one I started liking was Tom Baker, and then I learned about the other ones later. So, but,
I didn't watch any of them live because when I was a kid, Doctor Who wasn't a thing anymore. It kind of was on that hiatus period for a good decade. So
the thing, by the time I watched it, it was reruns that we were getting here in America. So Tom Baker hadn't been a doctor. Because actually, by the time I started watching it, so this is probably like 90. I don't think Doctor Who was even on the air.
It wasn't. That was when they were doing they were doing TV movies like every couple of years. But that was it.
Yeah. That's where I was. But I was watching them on repeats on PBS late night. So
see, I started getting them on Netflix discs because I just wanted to watch Doctor Who because I always heard how amazing a series it was.
Oh, yeah.
And and it was actually funny because at the time I started watching it, you couldn't get a lot of the older ones because of that warehouse fire that destroyed most of them.
Mm-hmm.
But now on the BBC streaming app, I can't think of the name of them. BritBox. Yeah. On BritBox, you can watch all of them. They were able to recover every single one now from fans having videos and whatnot. Yep. Which is fucking incredible. That's just fan service that these fans actually have all that.
I love the guy didn't want to give them up though. Did you hear about that? The guy didn't want to.
No, I didn't.
Tapes. Yeah, he's like, the BBC went in there and they're like, "We need your tapes." And he's like, "Nah, I don't think so." And I'm like, "Dude, that's baller. That's awesome." And the guy's like, "No."
I mean, I would have been like, "You can copy them, but I want them fucking back, and they better not be broken."
I think they made copies and gave them back to him, but he was scared that they were going to just like ruin them or something, you know.
Oh, I mean. And if you have a piece of history that is erased from history, unless you, with your person that has something, then yeah, I would hold off some money. I'd be like, how much are we talking? Like, I could be persuaded, but, and Amanda, you may be you are older than me because I know Harley is too, so you're older than me. But your next matchup though is a female powerhouse matchup, It's number 29 ranked Kara Zor-El from Supergirl versus number 9 Sally Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun.
So it's Kara Zor-El from the CW's Supergirl, not like
That's the only TV version of Supergirl I know of. So yeah,
okay, because there's also
from the 70s, 80s
there
movie.
was,
Yeah.
Laura Vander something.
Oh, on Smallville.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they put the show name as Supergirl, so I'm pretty sure they're talking about
Yeah.
Melissa Benoist.
Well, I've only watched a handful of Supergirl episodes, but I've watched every episode of Third Rock, and I just love that cast. So we're gonna go with Sally. We're gonna go with Sally.
I've watched every episode of Supergirl as it was airing. I love that show. CW did such a good job with their little DC verse.
See, I like most of the DC verse, but it was one of the ones where I just wasn't home when that was on because I was on my way to work most of that time, so I didn't catch it. I've watched a lot of them since then, but it's still one of the ones that I have more of an emotional attachment to.
Oh,
Third Rock.
Watch it for Lana Luthor.
Oh yeah, because John Cryer is Luthor.
Not in that. Oh yeah, in that show he is. Yeah, that's the show where he. Yeah. But he's not in. He's not in it for like seasons. Lana Luthor's in. Lana Luthor's in from the first season.
Okay.
And she is so hot. So hot.
Yeah, yeah. Now she's Tila. So.
Yeah, true. But that means your next matchup, and Lonnie, this is for you if you're still watching, buddy. It's an animation matchup. And you're gonna hate this one. It's number 28 ranked The Great Gazoo from Flintstones versus number 8 Marvin the Martian from Looney Tunes.
It's Marvin the Martian. I think The Great Gazoo kind of killed the Flintstones. That was their Scrappy Doo. So I'm gonna go with Marvin the Martian.
I could see that, but I mean, him calling Fred Dum Dum all the time just made me laugh. So, but
I can't remember who did the voice, but they did a great voice on The Great Gazoo. But I'm a Marvin the Martian guy. I like that. So.
Oh, I grew up on Looney Tunes. Fucking Marvin the Martian's classic.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the worst conquerors of any planet in existence, but I mean, he's just classic.
Oh, did you ever watch him when they did the Duck Dodgers when he's the bad guy against Duck?
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's a great cartoon too. So yeah, I'm gonna go with him. Go with Marvin the Martian.
You mean Duck Dodgers of the 31st century? But that means Marvin's gonna be facing either number 27 Max Evans of Roswell fame, or number 7 ranked Zim of Invader Zim.
Zim.
Thank you, God.
That's easy enough. Zim. Yeah. That, and I've never, like I said, I've only watched a handful of Roswell, so I couldn't tell you the first thing about that. But I've watched Zim. So
I like the guy who plays Max in the reboot, but I don't know who even plays him in the original even. So it was too early in the 90s for me to actually want to watch a teen drama. But yeah. I was watching Invader Zim at that time, probably. So, but he another alien who was supposed to be a just conqueror, but sucked at his job. But well, gonna have a chance to take down another character from the same show in this one, and I think they're gonna get taken down personally, but we'll see. Because it's number 26 ranked Tess Harding from Roswell versus number 6 ranked Mork from Mork and Mindy.
Robin Williams. Jeez. Wow. No. Mork.
I know.
Mork.
The fact that it's number 6, the fact that he's number 6 ranked on this makes me fucking shudder.
Should be top 3. Should be top 3. But
well,
and I don't know what the top 3 are.
Wait till you hear the top 3, then tell me that. But then tell me, because top 3 are all high tier. But
okay.
We're getting closer.
Okay.
The next matchup, number 25, not sure if it's pronounced Chiana or Kiana from Farscape, going against number 5 ranked Martian Manhunter from Justice League Unlimited.
Oh God, John Jones. As much as I like Farscape, Martian Manhunter, especially on Justice League Unlimited, was great. That was great casting. Phil Lamar doing the voice. Yeah.
Yep. Phil Lamar's the master, but
Yes, he is. Holy crap. I didn't think anybody's going to beat Farscape because it's been Farscape. Then you like this one. I'm like, oh, no, Martian Manhunter. So,
which I'm happy at least one comic book person made in here because I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, there's at least another one.
there's got to be. I'm going to guess. I think I know who number 1 is. The alien living among us for comic books.
You don't actually know who number 1 is, but the next matchup, because Martian Manhunter, funny enough, will face Mork in the next round. But next matchup is a tricky matchup. It's number 24, Doctor from Star Trek Voyage, versus number 4 ranked T'Pol from Star Trek Enterprise.
Well, the Doctor on Voyager is a hologram, so he's not even an alien. And T'Pol is, we're going to go with T'Pol because she's actually an alien and not a hologram. Jolene Delaney,
I don't know what.
Too. That's it's a hard one to pass up. So,
well, that means T'Pol's going to, either way this next one goes, T'Pol's going to have a fucking matchup and a half for them. But the next matchup is, and I hate this matchup, I hate it, number 23 ranked Kang and Kodos from The Simpsons versus number 3 ranked The Doctor from Doctor Who.
Doctor, jeez. I Whovian. I love me some Doctor Who, and I like Kang and Kodos, but they're only good on the
Treehouse of Horrors.
Treehouse of Horror stuff.
Yeah.
And, the Doctor has almost always been good, so we'll just go with the Doctor.
All right. And, well, speaking of the Doctor, I don't think this character's going to make it out of this matchup. But number 22 ranked Weeping Angel from Doctor Who versus number 2 ranked Clark Kent from Smallville.
Superman, Clark Kent, easy peasy. Especially Smallville, Clark Kent. That was one of my favorite shows for 10 seasons, so I can't.
I never actually watched that one fully. I know I heard it's amazing. It just I wasn't as big into comic book stuff yet, and he didn't actually play Superman until like the final season. Like he was just a teenage boy for most of it. So
yeah, he never becomes Superman ever really.
Well,
he kind of becomes in the last season, but it's never the true Superman. So
isn't the last season like the Justice League season?
Well, they also introduced the Justice League in earlier episodes too. But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they introduced Doomsday way early. They introduced a lot of characters like way early. So yeah, yeah, they screw with the timeline in Smallville. So,
well, your final matchup in round 1 to see who Superman's going to be facing next round. It might be an easy matchup this time, but it's going to make for a hard one. I'm pretty sure next round. It's number 21 ranked Lisa from V, and going against the number 1 ranked alien living among humans, according to Ranker, Spock from Star Trek OG.
OG Spock, yes, yeah, that's a no-brainer on that one. OG Spock,
which means you're going to have Tom Welling versus Leonard Nimoy in the next round for your matchup.
Oh,
yeah.
Think about that one for a minute.
Oh, you got a while to think about it because you got about
no.
You got about 8 about 8 at least 8 other matchups to get to before that, so you got time. But that means it is time to jump back into the beginning of round 2 on the other side. We're going back to the other side of the bracket, and it's number 20 ranked Nibbler from Futurama going against number 19 ranked Anna from V.
Anna from V. Marina Baccarin, can't fault her at all. So as much as I love Nibbler and stuff like that, I'm it's bad that I'm looking at the actress too and not just the alien.
Well, I mean, it is who played them that really makes them a good character or not. So you can't.
I think
like
she was also one of the best parts of that show. Was not great, the reboot of V, but she was a great part of that series. So
I thought the reboot of V was pretty good. I actually got into that one for a while.
I got into it, but I was more into the old ones. But that's what I grew up on. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but that means that Anna will be facing in the quarterfinals either number 38 ranked Sikozu from Farscape or number 17 ranked Worf from Star Trek Next Generation.
That'd be a tough one. Worf. I like Worf.
I love what the hell is it? I love the episode of Family Guy where they kidnap all the Next Generation cast.
Oh, that's great.
That's fun. It's classic.
Oh yeah.
That and the episode of Futurama where the OG cast has been trapped on a planet by an alien fan for a century, and the Futurama cast ends up like rescuing them. Fucking amazing.
I love it when they steal what Leonard Nimoy's head and
yes,
his head slides forward. He goes, "All right, front row," or something like that. That's great.
It's amazing. But that means your next matchup is I think maybe the only Trekkie nightmare matchup in round 2.
Okay.
Number 36, Ezra Dox from Deep Space Nine versus number 15, 7 of 9 from Voyager.
7 of 9. I was not really into those last couple seasons of DS9, and I like Jadzia Dax better. So we're gonna go with we'll go with 7 of 9. 709.
Which means in your final matchup in this, actually no, not your final matchup in this side of round 2, but to face 7 of 9, it's either going to be number 14, Dick Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun, or number 13, Aaron Sun from Farscape.
Oh.
The Suns are facing off.
Yeah. Oh man. Dick Solomon. He's so much funny. He's so funny. Oh my God. I just rewatched the episode where he's wearing leather pants, and that is one of the best episodes.
I really got to binge that show because I only saw random episodes back in the day. I never really actually watched it all the way through. So
I had somebody bring in the all the box sets on DVD, and I legitimately just sit there and watch them at the shop when I should have been working. So I rewatched it all the way through again. So
damn nice. Yep. Well, your final matchup on this side of round 2 is number 12, Roger from American Dad, versus number 31, Diana from V.
Diana from V.
Damn.
Diana from V. I love that show, and Diana's one of my favorite characters from that show. So,
all right, I can respect it.
Yeah, and she's also from the beginning to the end, so I have to say her too. So,
well, it's your bracket, not mine. And if it was mine, Roger would be going to the final fucking 4 without a doubt. But the first couple seasons he was hilarious, but once they started putting him in disguises and had him do different disguises every episode, Ricky Sanchez. Like, oh my God, like some of his characters are so fucking amazing, and then when they all like break free and like become their own personalities, it's just like pure mayhem, amazingness. Love Roger, but that's all right. Maybe I'll get some redemption in this first matchup in the other side of round 2. And it's number 10, Zoidberg from Futurama versus number 9, Sally Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun.
Sally. I love Third Rock, so that's going to bump Zoidberg down a little bit, but it's really close. Really.
Hasn't Zoidberg been dumped down enough in life?
Yes.
Well, that's okay, because I can't be disappointed in this one. I really can't. Because you have an animation matchup to see who's going to face Sally. And it's number 8 ranked Marvin the Martian or number 7 ranked Zim.
Oh, man. Both of them want to conquer the world. One's just slightly better at it, maybe, I guess.
I mean, Zim's slightly better at it because he actually has plans, and
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian just stomps out with his gun and tries to shoot people. And gets fooled by a fucking rabbit, so...
Yeah, let's go with Zim. Because that's the one I've watched the most recently, so we're going to go Zim. So.
Oh, just the theme song from that. I mean, the movie they did wasn't great, but you're not going to match the original 90s-ness of it. But
No. It's like
that
doom 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 doom.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And that means your next matchup. I hate this matchup. I really do. Number 6, Mork from Mork and Mindy versus number 5, Martian Manhunter.
John Jones. Yeah, I'm going to say Martian Manhunter. As much as I like Mork and like Robin Williams, I really like the character Martian Manhunter. Because not only that, I like him in the comic books. I like him in, yeah. So.
Oh, I loved him since the first episode of the original Justice League cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the whole I think the whole second or third episode was about like his battle on his planet between the white and the green. So
yep. Mm-hmm.
Actually, it might have been the first episode even. I think that started that off, but
yeah, no,
that classic.
Yeah,
but that means John Jones is gonna be facing either number 4 ranked T'Pol from Star Trek Enterprise or number 3 ranked the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor. Just the Doctor. I'm way more of a Whovian than I am a Trekkie, so let's just go the Doctor.
Yeah, I'm going to put a trigger. I'm going to put a trigger warning beginning of this episode for Trekkies. I swear to God. But that means the final matchup in round 2, the one you've been dreading.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about this one since we started the second round.
Is going to be number 2 ranked Clark Kent of Smallville fame versus number 1 ranked Spock of the Star Trek universe.
Oh jeez. Let's go Spock.
And Spock gets the win. Oof.
Spock. Let's go Spock. I'm not gonna lie. I am more of a Martian Manhunter fan than a Superman fan. So, but that's gonna suck in this next round too.
Well, that means it's time to go into the dreaded quarterfinals. Oof. Only 3 matchups on each side of the bracket. And the first one is number 19, Anna from V versus number 17, Worf from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Worf. Worf is just awesome. I like Worf a lot.
And at this point, I think actually V might be out of the bracket completely, but...
Nope, we still got Diana. Don't we?
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, we still got
no, we don't.
Nope, I knocked Diana out.
You knocked Diana out at... Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we tell Diana. Yeah, she's on the lower part of the bracket. That doesn't really have round quarterfinal matchups. That's got to have a semifinal matchup.
Okay.
But your next quarterfinal matchup is number 15, 709 from Star Trek Voyager versus number 14, Dick Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun.
Dick Solomon still. I laugh at that show every time I watch it, so we're still going to go with that. Dick Solomon.
Which means the other side of the quarterfinals, your first matchup is number 9, Sally Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun versus number 7, Zim from Invader Zim.
Zim.
Which means, I do too. Which means Zim moves on to face, most likely his destroyer in the next round. But it's either number 5, Martian Manhunter from Justice League Unlimited, or number 3, the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Oh, God dang it. I didn't think about how dreadful this one was going to be.
I know, right?
I know this is gonna sound cheesy. I'm going to say the Doctor because Martian Manhunter's never made me cry, and the Doctor has brought a tear to my eye. So we're going to go with the Doctor.
I can respect it.
Yeah.
Well, that means the quarterfinals are over, and you have some fun semifinals and finals that you're going to have to do here. But the first semifinal matchup is number 17, Worf from Star Trek Next Generation versus number 14, Dick Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun.
Dick Solomon. I'm going with Dick. That's a horrible
He's
thing.
going with Dick, ladies and gentlemen. But going with the big D. But that means that Dick Solomon is going to be in your final 4. And actually, I guess final 6, I should say, for this one. But the other side of the semifinals for the top of the bracket is number 7, Zim from Invader Zim versus number 3, the Doctor.
Doctor. More emotional attachment to the Doctor than Zim, even though I like Zim.
Oh, I get it. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a couple seasons of Zim. There's 60 years of Doctor Who to love. So
Exactly.
And that means, actually, you have your final 4. But let's do since we haven't touched the bottom in a minute, let's do the bottom final first. And it's going to be number 31, Diana from V, versus number 1 ranked Spock from Star Trek Universe.
Oh, Spock. As much as I like Diana, Spock. Yet again, it's 60-some years of Star Trek of Spock, and I've liked almost every version of Spock that they've had, even the Zachary Quintos and the new one from Strange New Worlds. So he's also Gregory Peck's grandson, so he's got that voice. So.
Yeah, I personally love Spock in the animated series.
Oh yeah, God, that's one of my. I love that show. That used to be my favorite Star Trek show. Was the Star Trek the animated series? I'm sorry.
I mean the episode with him as a kid with his dog-like creature, fucking incredible. That brings a tear to your eye. That episode.
Oh yeah, that was hard, man. I watched that because I did not see it when it first came out because that was 75. I was like 1, so I watched that later on, and was it Inchaya was the name of the
I think so.
Yeah. It wasn't tomorrow's yesterday or something like that, or yesterday's tomorrow or something.
Yeah, yesterday's tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But that means your finals matchup for the top half of the bracket is number 14, Dick Solomon, Third Rock from the Sun, versus number 3, the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Doctor. As much as I like Dick Solomon, Doctor, easy on that one.
Well, I'll let you do your third, 4th place matchup first because the grand finale matchup is going to be fucked. I'm already telling you.
Yeah.
So your 3rd and 4th place matchup is either number 31, Diana from V, or number 14, Dick Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, I said Dick. So, yeah, we got Dick. Yep.
Which means Dick slides into 3rd place. Giggity. And Diana gets placed back and forth. The Dick took her down, as many a fabled alien. But your final matchup, and this, I'm pretty sure anybody on Earth would dread this matchup right now. It's, I mean, okay, except for hardcore either fan base, but it is number 1 was ranked Spock of the Star Trek universe versus number 3 ranked Doctor from Doctor Who.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Mm. Oh, crap. Let's go. Let's go Spock.
Oof.
Because
What to me?
I've liked every version of Spock. I've liked most of the versions of the Doctor. So
Yeah, well,
it's this much. It's 51 and 49%. It's probably not even that. It's probably like 50.5% to 49.5%.
yeah, I can respect it. I mean, I get
So
that logic does make sense. I mean, Leonard Nimoy played that one character for 50, 60 years, and
mhm.
the Doctor had to be changed
Yep.
15, 16 times now. So
Yeah,
at least,
because I liked Hartnell. I wasn't a big fan of the second Doctor.
I love him.
The third Doctor I liked because he was more like a suave secret agent guy, and then Tom Baker was the one I grew up on. The fifth Doctor I thought was okay. But the sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, I wasn't a big fan of, and
Yeah,
Sylvester McCoy unfortunately kind of got shafted because that's when they started shutting everything down. So
yeah,
I don't think he got the credit he deserved. And then Paul McGann, who I don't think he got any credit because all he did was the made-for-TV movie and then a couple
yeah,
of shorts. And then of course we got Tennant, we got Smith, and we got Capaldi, which are 3 of my favorite versions of the Doctor. And then the War Doctor was John Hurt. No,
yeah. John Hurt.
John Hurt. And then I really, really wanted to like the 13th Doctor because I like her in other stuff, but I don't think they knew what to do with her. So I wasn't a big fan of that. But I did appreciate what they did for it, but I just think that one just wasn't well written. So I'm
Yeah,
going with Spock because Spock's only had
I,
like one bad outing, and that was on
I've, I've yet to see any of the new Doctor Who. I refuse to watch it until I finally catch up on the old Doctor Who.
See, I need to get caught up on the last season of the female Doctor because I watched that and I haven't watched anything with the new, and I also haven't seen anything since they brought David Tennant back for the specials, and then
Yeah,
I haven't watched that because I didn't watch the last season of why can't I remember her name for some dumb reason? Jodie Whittaker. I haven't watched.
Yeah.
I haven't finished watching the Jodie Whittaker stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, that means that your final 4 for tonight are Diana from V, 31 ranked in 4th place. Number 14 ranked Dick Solomon from Third Rock from the Sun for 3rd. The Doctor, the 3rd ranked on this whole bracket from Doctor Who in 2nd place. And of course, the number 1 ranked Spock from Star Trek Universe took home 1st place, which as damn well he should.
Spock.
But I mean, even Zachary Quinto can get it for that because Spock, he did an amazing job as a young Spock.
Oh yeah, he's great. And like I said, Gregory Peck's son on the new stuff on Strange New Worlds, he's really good too. And yeah, I did not want to like Strange New Worlds as much as I do, and I absolutely love it.
I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, honestly. I
Yeah.
started watching Discovery when it first came on, but then I kind of stopped watching all Star Trek stuff for a minute just because life got busy. But
Yeah.
uh,
I Discovery's hit and miss for me. And I guess season 2 of Discovery is pretty much season 0 for Strange New Worlds. So And it's
Yeah.
got a great cast. Anson Mount as Pike, he's awesome.
Yes, he did a great job.
Rebecca May Stamos as number one, which I wanted them to do because at one time, because Nigel Barrett played both number one and Nurse Chapel, and the rumor was that she was going to play both characters, and it was never going to be referred to. So I was like, that'd be awesome. So, and then they make fun of that because her husband is Commander Ransom on Lower Decks. So, yeah, that's funny too. I actually love Lower Decks. That's a great show. So that would have been one if he would have threw those in. I would have been probably had problems.
Well, I will say this has been one hell of a run for this bracket for the first time, and I'm happy I got someone that actually knows all these shows to do it.
And the only ones I didn't know was Roswell, but I knew all the other ones. So
yeah, and it's the original Roswell. I don't give a fuck if we get taken out early. But if it was a reboot, we'd have some things to discuss here. But it's not, and I mean, there are so many. And yes, folks, I realize there's a lot of aliens missing from this bracket, but they only had 40 in this list, and I wasn't trying to make this a huge like 3-part bracket because it would have just been every character from Star Trek basically. So
yeah.
let ranker people make this bracket, and I'll make this ranking, and I'll just fucking play with it. But I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right.
But
cool.
Tell them, Paul, where can they find everything you do? Where can they find your opinions and other regards?
Okay, I can do my spiel here. You can find me on. You can find the Captain on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok with my show Talk and Roll. I'm on YouTube. I do 4 shows because I'm a crazy person. I do Group Therapy, which is my interview show where I talk to just about anybody who interests me. So I've had actors, actresses, comic book writers, artists, directors, wrestlers, you name it, I've had it on that show. Sci Fridays, which I show sci-fi shows from back in the day. Saturday Morning Serials, which is my Saturday morning show. And then Talk and Roll is my show where I talk heavy metal and rock and roll and music, period, with different bands. Then, of course, you can find RU Game, my comic book store and video game store. It's ARE_UGAME. That's on Facebook, and you can find me. You can see stuff through that through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all that funness for me. And you can also find me at conventions and stuff like that because I do conventions and all that funness. So if you see me, just say hi.
Oh, there you go, folks. Say hi.
Yep.
And all my listeners and watchers, you know where you can find me. You know. If you don't, just shame. Shame on you, shame on your house, shame on your cow, all that good stuff. But if you don't know, check the outro on Spotify land. If you're watching live, just follow me where you're watching live. And then search similar names on everything else and you'll find it. There you go. Simple. So, till next time, fans, I believe I will be back on, I want to say, Wednesday. Yeah, I have a regular paranormal interview on Wednesday and Saturday morning, early. So, come back for that. It'll be a fun couple days. And until next time, remember, the world's not normal. Never will be. And we're talking about aliens, so